What up, players? It is Warboss up in his mug. Welcome to a video unboxing the Tyranid warriors for Warhammer 40,000. It is also a subscriber appreciation video for the one, the only, Idic Beer. Nick, you guys know him, you guys love him. If you are subscribed to my channel, if you have seen my videos, if you follow my work, if you do anything related to Warhammer, Warhammer 40,000 on YouTube, then you have to know this guy and have seen his work, his videos. He is one of the great ones in our community. And it was an honor having him participate this year. I believe this was the first year he participated in my month-long painting challenge, a video a day for an entire month. What a slog it was this year. And Idic Beer, his videos, his Tyranids were just amazing, an amazing project to follow from start to finish. And if you have not seen those, I will link to his channel down below, as well as his first video for the May Painting Challenge, so you can follow his videos from day one and see how it turned out. And it was glorious to watch. So that's a shout out to you, Nick. I hope you get lots of subscribers from this video. I think you should, because Tyranid warriors are pretty awesome, and I know there are a lot of unboxing videos out there in YouTube land, but I wanted to throw mine out there as well and throw a little love your way. So you're going to see in this instruction booklet there are going to be some scribbled notes, and that is because this is actually for a commission project that I'm working on, and they are going to be painted up in the High Fleet Behemoth color scheme. For those of you who've been following my work from earlier in the year, you will have remembered my giant Nidzilla commission. These guys are going to be added to it, so you're going to see some scribbled down notes, so don't mind those. But this is what they're going to look like when they're completed. And I'm going to go through them now for the first time because I don't know anything about Tyranids and what all their little gribblies are supposed to stand for. So along with reading what my client would like for his Tyranids to be armed with, it's also, you know, just educational for me. So you get 3 bodies and 3 sets of legs, 3 torsos with backs. No choices on those. Those are very obvious and plain. Where you do get some choice, also you get to choose your head or your crest. Where you do get some choice is with the armament. So this kind of shows you how to build your Tyranids from the torso to the tail and the legs, all together with the heads. And oh, this looks like the first one. So scything talons and rending claws. I guess the scything talons are the long ones. The claws are obviously like, you know, many fingers. And accessories. No, okay, no idea what these are because there's no label for them. This one is a Tyranid warrior with rending claws and a barbed strangler. So again, we see the talons. Barbed strangler must be this thing. No idea why they would call it that. It's got the little sack with the funnel loading ammunition into this thing. Barbed strangler. Okay, and here is a Tyranid warrior with bone sword and lash whip. That is pretty cool. Oh, and Death Spitter. Okay, I was wondering what the gun was. So yeah, you see the Tyranids, they've got a bunch of, they've got 2 sets of arms. So you can have one armed with a sword, another armed with a whip, the third one toting a 2-handed weapon. Oh yeah, and on the bottom of these you've got their accessories. They look like they're all the same. Yeah, you got 3 of each one, so you can really use them. You could equip them all with the same thing, or you can spread them out and have lots of leftovers. This one is bone swords and spine fists. Okay, I guess that's kind of obvious. Bone swords. The swords are made out of bone or some kind of carapace. Spine fists. All of these names seem uncomfortably I guess inappropriate would be the safe word to call it. Alright, last one. Tyranid warrior with lash whip, bone sword, and rending claws. So again, we've got the lash whip here, the bone sword, and then 2 sets of claws. Yeah. Oh, I guess not lastly. Is there more? Let me get more here. Tyranid warrior with scything talons and bone sword. So this looks like a guy that's going to be really all up in your face. No ranged options. Swords and talons. And you've got scything talons and devourer. Devourer. Okay, I guess the devourer is that little triangular looking piece. Wow, so many options. Scything talons and venom cannon. looks like the guns are the ones that are kind of like on the lower set of arms, and then the upper set of arms are the close combat options. And oh, you can build the Tyranid Prime. Okay. I guess he has more ornamentation on him. Yeah, look at that. Oh, look at those shoulder pads. Paula Abdul video. And what can you arm him with? Show the different weapon options available. Tyranid Prime with bone swords and death spitter. Tyranid Prime with scything talons. Oof. Nasty. Okay, so you saw the ones that I'm going to be building up, so we'll cut to the end of the video after we show the sprues here, and I'll show you what I was left over with after building the three warriors. So that'll help you if you want to know how many bits am I going to be left over with, and what can I possibly do with all of them. Let's see if we can get a little bit better light there. So great detail on these. I think these kits are still the older ones that were released a while back when they went plastic with the warriors. I don't think they reissued or re-released these. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please let me know. But yeah, you can tell if you look at all the individual pieces. They look really, really nice. This back carapace armor piece has a little dent in it. There's little chips in all of the armor to show that they are creatures of function and they do not mess around. So they have seen action already. Spine fist. Alright, yeah, and you can tell they've got, Games Workshop has just such great detail, and if you're going to take the time to paint like the little ribs inside the arm there, little ribbing, I mean, and all of the different parts of it, you can really have fun. Right, and here's the last one. You can see the tail section, the carapace on the back, armored plates. Kind of reminds me of like centipedes here in the front, the skin section. Scything talons, really awesome. You could see just how much fun the sculptors had going with the organic arm and then moving it over to the hard, I guess, kind of bladed part here of the talon. Devourer there, another face piece. Scything talons. These ones look like they might belong to the Prime. They're really big. Oh no, I guess they're all kind of that size. Okay. Very cool. So I'm going to build these up in the configuration the client has requested, and then I will show you what we have left over in just a second. And here we have our 3 Tyranid warriors all built up, ready for painting. I had so much fun getting them all, I guess, like posed and ready for painting. It's just really cathartic, stress-free, a great, I guess, like therapy for me to just listen, throw a podcast on or throw some videos up on YouTube and just build. I think more so than painting, where you're really focusing on technique and stuff, coming up with the concept for what you want your models to look like and then posing them, I think that's a lot of fun. I think that's why so many of us have really nice looking built up models that have no paint on them, because we love the building aspect of it. But anyways, that out of the way, we've got our Tyranid warrior starting from the right with bone sword, lash whip, and rending claws, scything talons and rending claws, scything talons and bone swords, dual bone swords. So I cannot wait to paint these guys up. If you want to check out my Hive Behemoth color scheme, some of you might remember the pictures I've been posting up of the earlier commission I did with them, then stay tuned, I'll be doing a tutorial of that. Now let's get these guys out of the way and take a look at the frames. Really, all you've got on these frames is the amount of bits that you did not use. So I'm thinking that unless you want to really keep these in your bits box, the only things that I could really see getting any use out of are the extra, gosh, what are these? I guess the Tyranid Prime bits. You've got an extra head that you could use for decoration, torso bit. The weapons, I guess, like the Devourer. Devourer is a really good popular weapon for flying Hive Tyrants. So if you don't want to get the Forge World one, you could take these and cut them up and kit bash them, convert them so that you could equip your Flying Hive Tyrant to be using dual twin-linked Devourers. You've got a couple of them there. And then over here, you've got all the extra bits. I kind of wish the Games Workshop would include, they say in their instructions that you have accessories for the Tyranid warriors, these 3-prong pokey bits and the little glands and toxin sacs, but they don't really specifically name what they are. If you want to know which is which, you really have to look at the army book to get the illustrations of what these are. So some labeling of that would have been nice. I like how in the description and the instructions they do tell you what the weapons are. They label those Tyranid warrior with swords, bone swords, and spine fists, so you can kind of make sense of what those are. But say I was a new Tyranid player and I didn't think to look at the army book because I've just started modeling and I'm really just gluing together my first models, and I want to just get all of as much cool stuff on the model as I can. I don't really know what works with what. Just some labeling and clarification would have been helpful there, but these are beautiful models. I loved building them. I'm gonna look forward to painting them, and I really like the alien Ridley Scott kind of H.G. Geiger kind of look to them. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button. Don't forget to leave a comment before you go, and hit the subscribe if you are not already. We'll see you in the next video.